Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we wrap a busy first week of the season with a second of two on a Monday night between the New York Jets and the Los Angeles Chargers. Here's the former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And we are underway in Southern California.
Circulation.
How do you prove your
quickly to the air is Wilson. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
When the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Always got some breathing room. And they're able to get this one across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Coming in, he really likes his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
What up? Oh, I forgot to switch this back over there. I'm not doing it. Listen, my room is a wreck.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
So, you know. That's not gonna work.
He'll look to throw. Getting this into the hands of his tight end, Zach Davidson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. Six yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They're going to look to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Troy, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. So a design run all the way, and he Look at the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, in this play, how about the vision of it? Being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly just lost. Yeah, there's no doubt.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Wilson. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. There he goes, right side. Touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7.
Ties the game at 7. Clayton Mann to kick off for the Jets.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
He's got robbed twice.
The Charger drive about to get going. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. So a good grab there. And here's a guy, he had to learn the offense quick, just picked up as a free agent earlier this week.
And usually there's a connection, isn't there? A past coach, someone from the front office who knew him from before and thought that he could help this team.
Back to throw now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Davidson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Running on first down, Eckler. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They run the option on second down. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Hard throw, incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
In motion comes the tight end left. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 12-yard line.
7-7, our score after 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll look to throw here. They'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown. Zach Davidson from 4 yards out. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive to last into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. There's Wilson to throw.
Oh my
God. Nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Now Wilson on 1st down. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Here's Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
What would look like a march to the end zone is in a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Back to the ground with Hall.
Are you fucking serious?
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall taking it in from the 20. And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 14.
Brayton Mann to kick off for the Jets.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. They'll drop to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. Oh, it's a wobbler here.
What? Why is it
Special teams mistake.
Why is it a wobbler?
Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Jets will take over first and 10.
Oh.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes, because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. To throw is Wilson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
On the counter, it's Hall. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. Taking it about the 16.
The
Might
punter
have
just
needed
let me
just
down.
one more block as it stands, 37-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him, then just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. See if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now back to throw. That's to the tight end, Davidson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Good clean play. No. Out of the pocket of the officials, turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. Looking right sideline. That's complete.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ball at the 14 for second and 5. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Running the ball served them well all game long, and there's another example as they pick up a first down.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown, Chargers! Mike Williams, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I like the boldness of that play call from the offensive coordinator because he wasn't daunted even by the double coverage he expected to draw to the tight end. The result, a huge gain and a major shout of confidence for everyone on the offense.
If this switches to the right guy, I have another pick. That's 4 picks.
Incomplete.
This switches to the guy completely on me.
Just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's
Again,
inside the
another
40.
pick. This is going to be my 4th pick opportunity of the game. And he's marching down the field after the pick.
Play action. It's Wilson. And check down complete to Hall. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Hall want to give up the middle.
I told him, fuck another wing man.
And he's going to take
4
it
plays, he scored 3 touchdowns.
Touchdown. Breece Hall, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, LA. Deebo Samuel, 84 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they will not have time to get another play in here. McLaughlin to
fumble
kick this one away.
Or a bad interception, that should be game. He's going to take a minute to score, and I'm going to use the rest of the clock to get the field goal.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. He's got a man complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now it's Wilson.
Oh.
Get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. A handoff for Hall. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. He's got room past the 30. And some room to run now. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 36-yard line. 88 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the nothing's gone on.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, they used to tell, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher, and all night long he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge third down conversion. And they'll send Williams in motion right. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Williams, the man in motion left. Up the middle with Eckler. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Crawford. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Second and 11. He's got it. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Deebo Samuel, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Touchdown. Here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. So following the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 25. Moore, the man in motion. Throwing now is Wilson.
Give me that shit,
Raylan.
Raylan.
It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the
Give me
Chargers
it,
have
Raylan.
possession of the football. Well, you can see what they were trying to do. Just send those guys out there to make a play, but that is a costly interception.
Yeah, that's kind of like the backyard. Everybody go deep, and let's see if we can find someone. 4 verticals in the route. Any other time of the game, I love the call. But here, you're not going to hold safeties. You're not going to hold corners with any looks because they know what the situation is. Ends up throwing the interception.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he'll go down at the 28. 116 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. It's Eckler again. And he gets it down to the 32.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Here's a give to Hall. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and